Hi, this is Daniel from Sages, Hebrew Senior Life. This is going to be a training video on the new upload procedures for sending data back here to the data center. Uh, the first change is that many of you probably have and use existing desktop shortcuts to get uh, to your secure file transfer web pages where you sort of log in and then you send in upload.zip. Um, the first change is uh, that hyperlink um, will have to be changed to this address. I'll give you a moment to write it down if you need to, or if you need to copy and paste it. If you need help changing the address to the hyperlink, we can do it over the phone, or we can come to your site and help you do that. Or we can just send it in the next batch of uploads to Cappy, and you can just drag it onto your desktop. In fact, that's what we'll end up doing. We'll send you a link file, and hopefully you'll just be able to drag it onto your desktop. But after running zipup.bat, you'll just double-click the link as you ordinarily would. Um, Most of you are probably used to seeing a web page like this, or a web page like this. The first major change is we're asking you to please not use your own site-specific Accellion file transfer um, web services. So as in, if you're at the Brigham, it'll still work if you log in as you ordinarily would with your username and password here and send in the data the conventional way. Um, or if you're at the BI and you send in your data the conventional way through this front page, we're asking everybody to please use the HRCA service only because that's the only way we can configure the automation scripts to work properly. So that rather than us getting an email on our side, your files will be stored directly onto a folder on our shared drive, which will sync on their own in the middle of the night outside of business hours. Um, so the first step is to log in. Uh, If you haven't already gotten them, you will very soon be getting invitations to use Secure File Transfer in your email inbox. If you haven't, that's fine. You don't need them. The only information that's pertinent in that email is that it'll direct you to this website right here. It'll bring you to exactly this front page. You'll enter in your email address, as in your if you're at the BI at bidmc.harvard.edu, or if you're at partners at partners.org, you'll enter in your email address, like your standard email address that we send data to you from here at HSL. But rather than the password that you're probably used to using for this site or this site, um, you will actually be treated as a first-time user. And so you'll have to put in a new user password. If you don't know your using password, um, then I suppose, well, I don't know. It's been a little while since I went through the first time user password procedures, but if it's not explicit in the email you received, and you're not sure what to do, just let us know. We'll give a call to IT and ask what exactly the first time user password reset procedures are. But I'm going to, and I imagine, I mean, if you remember when you were a first-time user to this website, for example, or this website, um, you probably used this link, for example, if you're here. And I don't know what link you would have used here, but just give us a call if you're not sure what to do. I'm gonna log in with my established password, and you're probably used to seeing a screen very similar to this. Um, the first change is that, you're probably used to beginning by putting in, by filling in the to line with either my email address or, you know, someone else's email address, anyone's really. You could put in, that email address. Um, and then you might put something in the subject line, you might put something in the body of the message. You'd always use this choose file button. You'd locate the upload.zip file, this computer happens to be Solon, so upload.zip is located right there, and then you'd probably hit this, and then you see that appear, and you'd hit send. I'm not going to hit send right now, but um, that is the normal way of doing things. Um, what we're going to do now instead, though, is to select this brand new envelope drop-down box, um, and what we're going to collect. We're going to select Sage's CAPI envelope, and it's just giving me this warning message because it looked like I was about to upload something for real, but because this is just a test, there is no upload.zip file on this computer right now. There's no usable upload.zip file on this computer right now. I'm going to discard, and it brings you to this screen. And the first thing you might notice is that the to line is populated with this artificial email address. This email address is routed to send any data that's sent to it um, to a specific folder, to a specific spot on our master computer here. So it's important that auto-populates. The subject line auto-populates, and again, if you want, you can put something in the message. But that's essentially it. Everything else is the same. You choose file, you'd navigate to upload.zip. Then you could either double click or you could hit open. It attaches, and then you'd hit send. And if everything works correctly, you get this confirmation screen that says again that it's sending these files to this standard Sage's CAPI email address, and it's sending your upload.zip file. That's about it. Please call or email if you have any problems or any questions, or if something doesn't make sense. Probably already know this, but here is my email address, and you can probably look this up if you really needed to, but just in case you need it right now, here is my phone number. All right, happy hunting.